This is a quick video regarding the literature search and review activity that you can find in folder 8 under the project portfolio tile on the VLE. Now, the first thing to be aware of is you need to look at the search guidance that's available from the UE library web pages, and you also need to consider what it is we're actually asking you to do with regard to the following points, and they're highlighted here. First is the information you're finding relevant to the project? Now, you know that you're looking at student attitudes towards academic misconduct or cheating, so that's what you need to be looking at, rather than other things to do with, say, student social attitudes or use of social media. Is the source you're looking at reliable? Now, we recommend you look at sources from the UE library pages itself, from the QAA as well, who have specifically done research in this area, but also from things like Google Scholar. And remember, you do not use things like Wikipedia or blogs because they're not peer-reviewed and therefore are not academically acceptable. The next thing to consider is the source you're looking at recent, i.e. less than 10 years old? Because if it's greater than that, the chances are it's out of date. Is it accurate? Are you comfortable that the results it's giving you are good statistically? In other words, have they done the things, the basic things that we've talked about in class, such as quoting the sample size, the sampling method, the methodology, and all those things? Is it transparent? And then finally, is it likely to be biased? Who did the research? Who paid for it? Are we looking at a group or person who might have a political bias or some other problem with the way they've carried out their work? Now, those things obviously you bear in mind. The other instruction you were given in class was to copy and paste this table to help you do your research. Now, what it should end up looking like is this, because you open up a Word document and you paste it several times in. You should do it for 10 times because we're looking for you to find 10 sources. Then you need to go on and start putting in the details. And we can see one here. So title, you can see the title of the report there. This one's to do with global warming. Who wrote it? When it was written? Where it was published? And findings for research. Now, if you do good paraphrasing on the findings, which you can usually pick out from the abstract at the beginning of the report and the conclusions in the report, you will save yourself a lot of rewriting later when you actually write up the literature review. And any useful quotations that you may find, put in here in speech marks, and obviously credit them. The other thing that's useful to do, if you've got a URL, is to save it as well so you can get back to it quickly and easily. Now, these findings of research will eventually be written by you into a literature review, and this is one that a student produced before, and you can see the style of it, the size of it. This is about the right size for the type of report you're doing, and you can see the way it's been presented. Now, this actually forms part of your final hand-in work. Therefore, take time over it, be careful about how you use your referencing, and everything should be fine. Now, if you've got any queries, any questions or worries, please either email me or ask me in class.